unpack. Why did the Democrats lose? Because let's be clear, y'all. It's not just that Trump won, but that's not it. Now that the election is over, I want to do a post-election analysis of why the Democrats lost. Why did the Democrats lose? Now, y'all know that leftical struggle with accountability, right? They've always struggled with accountability and personal responsibility. And in fact, to be a good Democrat, you actually have to be well-versed in avoiding both of those, personal responsibility and accountability. That's just how it works. Why? Because when you're a Democrat, it's never your fault. No. It's never your fault. It's always something else or someone else's fault. Everyone out there in the universe, you can never look within and say, you know what, we got to eat this because we did this. No, it's always somebody else's fault, right? Whenever they don't get the results that they intended to get, they will blame everything and everyone other than placing the blame where it needs to lie, right? So what? They will spend your money, right? And then dare you to say something about how it was used, right? They'll decide for you what they think is best, ignore your concerns. And then when things get worse, which they always do, they never get better under Democratic rule, they will find a scapegoat to blame it on. Oh, it's white supremacy, right? Yes, it's white supremacy. It's capitalism. Oh, it's those darn Bible-thumping, judgmental evangelicals. It's their fault. Yes. It's the Bible, the Jesus-loving people. You know they love God and they love his word. It's them. They're the reason why we lost. So before I unpack my top 4 reasons why the Democrats lost, here's the lie that the Democrats keep repeating to themselves as well as to the American people as to why they lost. Y'all, these nut jobs actually believe that the reason why they lost is because Latinos are racist and black men are sexist and misogynistic. These are the overarching reasons that I have heard on so many different platforms. These are the reasons and the justifications that the Democrats are providing to explain why they got their behind spanked. That's the reason. The reason that the progressive left, they are running with Hispanics are just racist and them darn black men, they are misogynistic and sexist. You know they hate women. Well, let me tell you, let me give you guys the real reasons why the Democrats lost. I have them all written down. And we're going to go through them and we're going to have a great time tonight. Yes, if I'm in rare form and I seem to be a little on the gloat fest, it's because I am. It's going to be this way for a while. So if you are like, you know what, I get it. We lost, but you don't have to rub it in. Yeah, well, I am going to rub it in because I feel good. And when you feel good, you know, sometimes you take the L. It's okay. Just take the L. But reason number 1 why the Democrats lost. And y'all, I wanna make sure that I'm looking directly into the camera for this one, right? I need y'all to see the passion in these beautiful brown eyes, right? Here goes. Can you see me? Y'all are a bunch of liars. Y'all need me to say it again? Yes, hold on. Let me get an air horn for this one. Democrats are a bunch of liars. Yeah, I said it. They have lied about so many things that I can't even cover all the lies in this video, but we're going to examine just a few, not a lot, just a few tonight. First of all, y'all, these idiots lied to us, the American people, trying to convince us that Kamala Harris was a black woman running for president. Now, I know I've been beating this dead horse. Yes, the news flash is she ain't black, right? She lied about her ethnicity, and she's been lying about it for a while, right? She was an Indian American all this time, and then bam, she's a black chick with a middle-class background that cleans greens in the bathtub while smoking weed and listening to Tupac. Who knew? Who knew all this time? And it didn't matter. It did not matter that her own autobiography indicted her and proved that she was lying. She sold us, y'all. She sold us a fake grandma, like a fake black grandma at that. And then hid her entire family lineage, and the Democrats knew this to be the case. But instead of just coming clean with the American people, these fools doubled down on the lie, and then they convinced notable black folks to buy into the lie and to push the lie, even though everybody knew that it wasn't true. Like, it's not a secret. And then when they realized that the cat was out the bag, they're like, oh, shoot, okay, we can't even run with this lie no more. All of a sudden, the language surrounding her ethnicity, it just manifested into something else and changed. Right? Like, she quickly became just a woman of color instead of the first black woman who was to become the president. Y'all, I was thinking about this today. I was praying for this show, and I was like, yeah, do y'all remember back in the day, if you wanted to, well, maybe this, I don't know if y'all did this in the South, but I'm from the Bronx, New York. And when I was growing up, this is something, should I be embarrassed? No, because y'all probably did it in the South too. Do y'all remember back in the day, if you were like trying to impress your friends and like make yourself appear better than you actually were, you'd say something like, you know, I got Indian in my family. Like, do y'all remember that? When you would just be claiming that you had Indians in your family? Black folks who were, at one point, we were told that, you know, being black was just not, it's bad, right? We started to adopt another ethnicity just so that you didn't have to identify with being an American Negro. Well, y'all, Kamala is an actual Indian. Like, she really could have played that up, right? She could have played that up. And it's not that there's anything wrong with being that. But I just thought it was funny. I thought it was funny that black folks started being like okay with her. They're like, okay, she's an Indian, but we're just gonna call her a woman of color. That's close enough. Like, Indian and black is like real related, so we're just gonna go with that one, right? They wanted her to be black so bad that they just accepted the lie, kept repeating it over and over and over again. And then I saw so many of these pro-blackity blacks try to argue you down over the lie. I think I saw like Joy Reid and what's the little girl with the big heavy weave on CNN? Not the real cute one. The other one is real rude and aggressive that sometimes sits on the left. Something Allison. I can't remember her first name. It starts with an A. But she was trying to argue people down like, yes, she is. Yes, she is. And we like, y'all, she not black, right? And then after they try to argue down over the lie, how many celebrities did we listen to lie to us to tell us that Kamala is black? I think I heard Shannon Sharp lying about it. Becky with the good hair, the little NBA player, he was lying about. I mean, it's a wonder. Now we see why Kamala's campaign is 10 or 20 million in the hole. She had a lot of people she was bankrolling to keep this lie going. Y'all, the campaign that raised allegedly like $1 billion is now like 20 million. Is it 20 million? I had sent it to you, Robert. I had sent it to you in a text. 20 million in debt. Now we see where all the money went. She had to pay all these people to keep the lie going. Just to keep the lie going. Now the rest of us, we're like, since when was she black? Right? Like how is she black with an Indian mama and a Hindu, Jewish, Jamaican father? We were like, where is the African ancestry? And to be fair, I'm not making a big deal about this because if she were black, like that would have made her a better candidate. No, to be fair, her being black is not even that significant for me. And it really shouldn't have been that significant for the rest of America. We're like so past that. The issue is that Democrats believe that they can change reality despite evidence, right? Despite the evidence like staring you like right there in your face. And if they just keep saying it long enough, they believe that everyone is just going to believe it. It really forces you to ask yourself, why would she lie? And also, why would they lie? Right? Like, why be ashamed of who you are? If you are of Indian Irish descent, be proud of your Indian Irish Jewish descent, like whatever it is. Be proud of that. Do like, what was his name? The little the golf boy. What's his name? Tiger Woods. He's like, I'm cannibal Asian, right? He just, everybody gets honorable mention. I will never forget when Tiger Woods said that black folks were so mad because they're like, you black and you black. And he's like, first of all, yes, part of me is black, but that is not all that I am. I have an Asian side, I got a black side, and I got this other stuff. Like, just be proud of who you are. But the moment that you have to lie about who you are, actually, it tells us that most definitely you can't be trusted, because whatever the reason why you're lying, you have some sort of an agenda. And if your true agenda was discovered, people would avoid you like the plague, and they should. For me, I can't trust anyone that actively tries. It's one thing that you didn't know, like Angela Davis discovered that she had like white slave owning ancestors. She discovered that. She wasn't trying to suppress it. She really didn't know. I can't trust anyone that actively tries to suppress aspects of who they are, because that means that they have something to hide, and the shareable narrative that they're trying to create is not who they really are, but it's who they think we want them to be. That lets me know you're not a serious candidate, but you're probably more of a Manchurian candidate, kind of like Barack Hussein Obama. But this entire time, Kamala thought that we would get a kick out of learning that she smoked weed in college listening to Tupac. Like, I'm trying to understand how she thought of that and was like, I'm gonna put these two together and we just gonna go with it. It sounds good. Like, she thought we would love hearing about that one time in band camp when people learned that her collard greens were just so good that she had to cook so many of them to feed all these people that she had to wash them in the bathtub. Yes! Because we all know that there's no good pot of greens. No good pot of greens is worth their salt unless they are washed in the bathtub before they are cooked. That's the black way. Everybody knows that, right? Y'all, like, I'm sure she washed her collard greens in the bathtub and then cooked her neck bones over an open wood burning fire. Like, that, we believe that too. Y'all. Americans in general, they could see right through her fakeness. But do you want to know something really special that just, it just warmed my heart, something special? Black men really saw through it. Here's to y'all. 2024 is year of the black man. Because they didn't buy her BS. They didn't buy her BS because the finesse was just way too obvious. And they were not going to allow themselves. They were like, nah, you ain't about to hoodwink us. We shan't not be bamboozled by a former side piece who slept her way to the top. They're like, you ain't about to get me on that one. And for that, I want to salute the black man. Thank you so much for tuning in to this episode of the Standard of Truth podcast. If you've enjoyed today's conversation, don't forget to check out the Standard Home and Living lifestyle store at standardhomeandliving.com. We've got everything from book studies, journals, and even podcast merch, so you can take a piece of this conversation with you wherever you go. And of course, be sure to follow me on Facebook, X, Instagram, and TikTok for more updates, behind the scenes, and daily insights. You can also stay connected at thestandardofTruthpodcast.com, where you'll find all the latest news and events, including live events coming to a town near you. Thank you guys so much for joining me today. Until next time, keep standing firm in the truth. Grace and peace.